Hello, everyone. Hi, it's me, Ethan Van Sciver, 27-year veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man, great big Star Wars fan, and trusted member of the media. How is everyone today? How are you guys doing? I'm sitting here at my desk. I'm doing stuff quite happily, quite happy that the campaign, the initial campaign for CYBERFROG 2 REKT Planet is over. It's still going. I mean, the campaign's in demand, but I was telling Andrew, I was like, it's time to just settle down and get to work, and that's what I've been doing. I took a couple meetings, and I'm just sitting here drawing. I got to make sure that the REKT Planet Ash can is ready to go. That's part of the Unforgettable Tales campaign. That thing's got to be finished, drawn, inked, lettered, colored, and sent to press. It's got a beautiful cardstock cover by Jay Lee and a wonderful gold foil logo on it. It's going to be a nice looking book. So I'm busy. I'm actually sitting here working. But nevertheless, I am going to do live streams every single day, as I'm supposed to do, and try to keep you guys updated and informed, try to say hello, and let you guys know every single day how grateful I am for the amazing success that you have bestowed upon me. At no point does anyone deserve this kind of success. Nobody deserves this. Well, I mean, it's Mother Teresa, maybe, Bing Crosby, perhaps, but nobody else really deserves the kind of success that is evident here. Here we are, a few days, I think 2 days after the campaign. We've raised another $8,000 or something, maybe $9,000. Looks like $8,000. Fantastic, $860,000, and moving up towards $861 as we approach that $900,000 mark. So that's great. We still do have, I don't know, 450 executive honeycomb box sets. So that's good. And we're going to keep the campaign in demand and maybe even add some more stuff to it as we go. The campaign is going to stay in demand, which means that it's a store. It's now a store. We're no longer like running against the clock, trying to make sure that we get funded properly. Now all of these items are available as long as I continue to make them available as a store. And of course, I'm going to make them available because, frankly, I want to sell as many copies of CYBERFROG REKT Planet as I can. I want everyone to read it. I want everybody to be invested in the story and excited about CYBERFROG 3. Which will come next year. Let me check in on you guys and see how you're doing. Damn it, Cecil, says Guy from Red Bank. Hey, thanks. Arnold S. says, where's my poster, Pie Man? By the way, speaking of that, those got boxed up and tubed a long time. Andrew's going to kill me. I hope she's not listening. Not 10 minutes ago, Andrea said, do not tell these people. Do not tell our customers. She's listening. I hear her moving. She was cooking grilled cheese sandwiches upstairs for the kids. She said, do not tell the customers this, but we are shipping the posters. She said, I don't want to hear from them. I didn't get my poster yet. I just want people to suddenly get their posters and be like, wow, that's strange. All the posters are here. We had to ship out a lot of trading cards, and that took a little bit of time. Even though the posters were all tubed up and ready to go, we did not put labels on them. We didn't do that. That's going now. Andrew's got her friend Michelle over. Michelle is actually helping out. Everybody's looking for work right now. There's not a lot that you can do. Everyone is looking for work. So, we're putting some friends to work, making sure that these things all go out. I shipped out 2 crates of books today from eBay, eBay purchases. We took them to the post office around 10 o'clock. To make sure that they shipped out in time. We're on the ball with all of this stuff. I am practicing piano for $2. Says artists who love their fans do deserve success. Oh, thank you. So, well, I do love you guys, and I think it's important that this campaign be run by me. I don't want anyone else running it. I want to run these campaigns. Every time I do them, you guys need to have a direct response. A direct communication, a direct line to me. And no one else. I think it's got to be personal every single time. And that's what makes Comicsgate special. Unqualified Comics says, favorite size on your Copics for inking CYBERFROG. The 0.003 is my favorite pen to use. I love it. It's the finest tip. If there was a finer one, I would use that. But it is the finest tip. And Raging Golden Eagle's here with a $1.49 sticker of pie. Thank you for that. Okay, so here's where we're at. I thought today I'd talk a little bit about what's going on with CyberFrog, some things that I've kind of decided to do. One of the first things, do we have enough people? We got 444 people here on a Saturday afternoon. One of the first things that I decided to do was really take the PVC seriously. I'm kind of, Todd McFarlane is my spirit animal. Because Todd McFarlane is my spirit animal, I just kind of want to do the things that he does. And he, as soon as he got his own character, he made a little money on Spawn. He immediately started thinking about toys. I want to make toys of my own characters because I want to have, I think toys should be made better. I think they should look cooler. Action figures should look cooler. So obviously this character is a toy. You look at CyberFrog and you look at Salamandroid and you go, oh, yeah, they're toys. They're meant to be toys. These Vespis are meant to be toys. All of this stuff is meant to be three-dimensional plastic toys for kids and adults, collectibles. We want to make collectibles of all different sizes, scales, price points, so that everybody can participate. So the first thing that we're doing is we're making the PVC toy that is a free giveaway. For every copy of REKT Planet that is sold, you're going to get a PVC toy. I talked about those yesterday. I said, well, how much would it be? Because these are freebies, right? These are actual freebies. So these cut deeply into the cost of the $25 that you guys paid for one copy of REKT Planet. I was like, how deeply is it going to cut into that? Apparently, I can make these things fairly inexpensively. And I said, I want to put them on blister packs. So I ship them to you guys like Hot Wheels cars. So, that's the presentation I want. I'm going to get James Dean Anderson to do the packaging design for the PVCs. They're going to look like they belong on a rack. I even want to put those holes in them. So they peg holes. Wait, peg holes. Peg holes. That doesn't sound good these days. I want to put those in the, on the cards so that they look like they belong on pegs and send them to you. Peter Armstrong says, my Sal sketch cover is so good. Love it. Thank you. Yeah, everybody has their Sal sketch cover except for two people. I have to draw two more. I'm going to do those tonight. So we're going to do, so everybody's free PVC toy is going to come on a blister pack. If you don't know what that is, that's what Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars look like. And I'm thinking it's going to be about the size of a Matchbox car. I want to keep it cheap. I want to see if I can make these for, less than $1 a piece. I want to order 20,000 of them and just make sure that, everybody gets them. If you order 2 copies of REKT Planet, you'll get 2 of them so you can open one and keep one in the package, or you can give one to your kid. And that's the first thing. The second thing is, okay, a lot of people saw this and said, whoa, this is a beautiful, beautiful Heather Swain sculpt, digital sculpt that was done by a fan. This guy is an absolute genius. I'm starting to talk to him. His name is Ladrolo Law. He goes by TL Law. He doesn't do this. This is like his first. He's new to this. That's what's so killer. This guy is another Kyle Ritter. Kyle Ritter was, amateur status, not really professional. He'd done some pro work, but Kyle Ritter, because he just needed some love and care, I guess, he's become the greatest colorist in comics. And I feel like, again, God looks out for me in every single possible way because, these incredibly talented superstars, undiscovered superstars, just kind of fall into my path. And, what can I do? So I talked to TL and I said, hey, I want to buy your sculpture. I want to buy your design. And I offered him a lot of money for it. And he's got to finish it, right? So I put him in touch with another sculptor. Okay, I've got another sculptor who is a pro, who's done a lot of statues that you already know. He's gonna go by a pseudonym so he doesn't get in trouble. He doesn't want to get SJW'd, but he's gonna have a pseudonym and he's gonna be doing some CyberFrog work as well. He's working with this guy, and he is, I put him in touch with TL. because he's experienced. And I watched their conversation as they're talking about what it means to make this three-dimensional model into something that can actually be printed out. And TL is so excited. And this more experienced guy was like, congratulations, you're about to have your first statue produced. Aren't you psyched? And they're like, this is great. I mean, the buzz and the positivity around CyberFrog right now is all so good. It's extraordinarily exciting. Because I always say, look, when I get this kind of an influx of cash, I want to put people to work making more things for you guys to enjoy. And I want to put people to work so they have jobs. And I want to make things that make us more money. Let's take this money and turn it into even more money by turning it into product. So this is being done right now. So he said, hey, so what should her base be? And I said, well, obviously she's walking through the Pine Barrens. So we looked at Google and found, and I said, boy, there's this great shot of an old unused railroad track that runs through the Pine Barrens, and there are trees and everything on it. It's overgrown in weeds. And I said, I'd like her to be walking down those train tracks. So he started building that right now. Like, this is just the rough train tracks. It's going to be overblown with like weeds and sticks and everything, more bug guts. And he said, what else? And I said, I think there should be like 3 Vespis larvae on the ground looking up at Heather like, you killed my mom. So he's going to put some Vespis larvae in here. This statue is going to be 1/6 scale. Eric Vader says, why is she not wearing red? You don't have to wear red in the woods. You have to wear red if you leave the woods. If you leave the Pine Barrens, you're safe in the trees for the most part. But if you leave the woods, that's when you're supposed to wear red, because that's when they can get you. So she's in the woods right now. There will be all kinds of cool stuff here. I insisted that the shoulder tattoo be put in. And by the way, so why is she not naked? There's a little bit of areola happening here that I think TL thought he could get away with. There's a little bit of nip slip happening here. And so we might cover that. I don't know. Do we cover that, or do we let that happen? We might just let that happen. Heather doesn't care anymore. So in any case, look at this. These are her Converse shoes, and TL's like, since we can't use the Converse logo, let's use the Laughing Man logo instead and put it there. Like, stuff like that is going to make this statue so fun, guys. It's going to be so fun. And people are saying, keep it. Yeah, I will. Oh, there he is. Tatalian Lajolo Law says, it's too complicated to cover, Ethan. Sorry. Fair enough. So there's the sculptors in the chat if you guys want to say hello. Tatalian Lajolo Law. I think that's how to pronounce it. I haven't spoken to him on the phone yet, but I will. So this is going to be 1/6 scale. I got to figure out what it's going to cost. I've never made statues before, but I am about to make 3 statues all at once to offer you guys for your desk, for your display. I mean, I think if we make these good enough and cool enough, to coincide with the release of REKT Planet, now's the time to actually produce some good looking product for you guys. So there is this. The other thing I've got the experienced sculptor that I mentioned before. And by the way, you're going to see TL. TL is going to be doing a bunch more stuff for me. I'm gonna definitely put him to work. But the more experienced sculptor is working on this right now. So this is going to be what I'm asking for. I'm asking for a 1/6 scale version of CyberFrog standing on the Vespis here. There will have okay. I'll tell you that in a second. So 1/6 scale CyberFrog standing on the broken Vespis, and this Salamandroid is going to be a big bust, an optional bust that you can buy. So you'll get a Salamandroid bust that you can put in the background. So if you buy both sculptures, you can make this cover, right? There's going to be fire and everything like that. The fire is going to possibly, we'll see how well the sales go, right? Is going to have light up effects. And also, we're going to do a 1/4 scale version of this. So just the CyberFrog, 1/4 scale with chrome paint. I mean, this is going to be shiny chrome paint like Colossus and the Silver Surfer statue. His eyes will light up, and his red lights will light up as well. This is going to be a really, really nice piece. Very nice piece. This is where we're starting. This is where we're starting right now. I'm very, very excited to make this stuff. I don't know. I'm wondering how many are going to sell. I'm not sure. I don't know what the price point is going to be yet. But I mean, this is the advantage of crowdfunding. I'll have the sculpts ready to show you guys, and I'll put them up there. We'll see how many we need to produce, and maybe we do this the same way that we do comic books, where we say, here's the Heather Swain statue. It's going to be let's say that we charge $150 or $200 for this statue when it's done. And the more that we sell, the more cool stuff we add to the statue. Maybe we can do alternate this and that. I don't really know, but I mean, we can make light up effects. We can add more cool stuff to it. Maybe the axe can come out of her hand. We can remove this hand and put something else there instead. I don't know. I'm not sure, but we can kind of do this the same way that we do comic crowdfunds and just kind of see how it works. Give Frega a wrench. I'm seeing in the chat. I didn't know Frega didn't have a wrench. Let me do that now. Add moderator. Congratulations, Frega. Peter Semetti is here also. Hello, Peter Semetti. I'm going to add him as a moderator as well. These are gentlemen of stature who deserve power. These guys are hungry for power, and we should give them. Giuseppe Balsamo says, Red Hood, please. Like maybe do a version of Heather in her Phillies. Heather is gonna be wearing, and this is a great idea that I got from Don Chin. Like Don Chin's like, the Phillies are their home team. That's red. I was like, oh yeah. So like these guys have Phillies gear. So she's gonna have a Phillies bathrobe that's red that she's gonna kind of wear outside, and I think that's a good thing. Made of cloth, removable. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. Maybe you can do that. Maybe we can make that happen. But in any case, all this stuff is cool, and I'm excited, guys. I'm very, very excited. All of this is because of the incredible success of CyberFrog 2 REKT Planet, which broke all crowdfunding records for IndieGoGo. It's we're picking up more backers all the time, even still, and we'll continue to, because I'm going to let this stay open. One thing that I haven't posted yet that I promised during the campaign that we're adding to this is I am going to also make a colored Salamandroid ash can. So there's a Salamandroid ash can that came out. It's black and white. It's hard to find. Let's just reproduce it, but in color, and that'll be another freebie giveaway. So now you're getting 3 comic books for $25. 2, like 1 toy, 1 keychain, 6 trading cards, 2 stickers. This is definitely, I think this is a king's ransom. I think this is worthy of this size of a crowd fund. Everybody's going to be happy when they get their packages. And I'm drinking a lot of water, trying to stay hydrated here. All right, so here's what I wanted to do as well. I wanted to go through the comments here and actually answer some questions. I think this is something that would, it might be boring. I don't know if it's boring, but I'll answer questions and comments that people left. Some of this is just going to be enthusiasm. Some of it might be outright hatred. But let's see what the comments are right now. Let's see. EVS united all of us and shown other creators how to act and create successful and fun crowd fundraising. EVS didn't get the name Caesar for nothing. No, I had to be stabbed in the back many times. Unity. Together, we made comics great again. Drink up and rest at the river of NPC and SJW tears we call home. Yeah, they're... Here's the thing. Andrea said this is what they're going to do, Ethan. This is what they did last time. You're going to see characters like Preston Poulter and Renfamus and all these guys. They want to waste your time. So, just ignore them. They want to make you late. So just ignore them and work on your book. And I that's such good advice. I'm tempted to just fight knuckleheads all day long. And that's not the best thing to do. So that's what I'm going to do. Ignore them. Richard Reason says, what was the final tally on stretch goals? Okay. Here's where we are. And by the way, if we get to $1 million, I'm going to add another stretch goal, but I haven't thought of it yet. And that's like way down the line here. I'm hoping we get to 900, maybe by June. If we could get to 900,000 by June, that would be so cool. Okay, so the final tally on stretch goals is if you back the Executive Honeycomb box set, you are getting 4 copies of REKT Planet one of the variant covers that you're going to be receiving is only available in the Executive Honeycomb box set. It is called I Spit on Your Hive, and basically it's funny. It's going to kind of look like this, except from behind. This is a shot of Heather Swain carrying a bloody axe, a hatchet. Not like this is an axe. She's going to have a hatchet, and she's going to be heading towards a big gigantic hive. And her jeans are going to be all ripped up, and her shirt's going to be all a mess. She's going to be scratched up. And that's called I Spit on Your Hive. That chromium variant cover is only going to be available, when you back the Honeycomb box set. So there's that. There's also going to be a beautiful wall calendar in there. The wall calendar is going to be like I picture it as the size of a comic book because it needs to fit in here. But it's going to fold. The hinge is going to be on the top, so it's going to open up that way. And I'm going to get started on making that very soon. It's going to have terrific artwork by some of the best guys in Comicsgate. Carl Stefan, John Malin, Kelsey Shannon, a couple of pieces by Kane and White, a couple of pieces by Rob Willis. I mean, just great stuff. It'll have a couple of things by me too. But it's just going to be a fun calendar for 2021. And it'll also have, it'll have Salamandroid Death Sting. It'll have Amphibionics #2. Now it's going to have Salamandroid Ashcan. I'll call that like remixed or something like that. Salamandroid Ashcan remix. And so much other stuff. Just one of everything. Just backing at the basic level right now, $25. You are going to get 6 trading cards, 3 of which are chromium, 2 Dazzler stickers, big stickers. You will receive a PVC toy about the size of a Matchbox car. We're gonna put it in these blister packs. You will receive a keychain, and you will receive Heartsick Horror, another book by E.J. Morges, and you will receive what's the other thing? Oh, Salamandroid. I'm gonna throw Salamandroid in there too. I think that's everything. Congratulations on beating Doug TenNapel in his Earthworm Jim comic book over 815. And growing. I hope you reach that $900,000 mark. I do too. Congrats to Doug for beating cancer. I guess he made a video where he got home from the hospital, and he had skin cancer on his face. It's a fairly simple procedure. They just have to, I guess they cut that patch of skin out. It sounds pretty fucking awful if you ask me. But it's good that he's home and recovering. And that's great news for him. But yeah, we did. We are now the #1 IndieGoGo campaign. I'm second only to CYBERFROG Blood Honey, which raised $1,066,000. So I hope to beat that one too. It would be cool to make REKT Planet the #1 book. Congrats on 850. CP says some toy ideas. I won't charge you for these. Pay attention to the articulation of the first 10 or so series of Marvel Legends and McFarlane stuff. If you're on par with this, I'll just mail my wallet to you. No questions asked. You could put the giant alien wasps and Sal on honeycomb bases that join together and form a wicked display. Wow, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Make the bases translucent so they can be lit up with sickly blood and honey effect. You will not lose if you do this. Loads of wallets in your PO box. Well, that's the thing. I keep saying, like, if this stuff looks good, there's no limit to the amount of money that we will make. If it's good. If it's bad, you're just depending on people to sort of pity you and send you money because they want to support you. But if it's good, people will buy it because they want it. We are looking at Marvel Legends and in terms of posability, and McFarlane toys in terms of sculpt quality. Obviously, that's what I want. Charlie's London, wow, thank you for 20 pounds, said, this community is amazingly talented. I spoke to Ascension Cinema at length yesterday. We're going to do a stream together about the importance of the cinematic process to engage customer to crowdfunding comics. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful to him too. I've got Ascension Cinema now. I could go to them and I could make them do the trailer for CYBERFROG 3, which would be great. I pay them. I'll put everybody on my payroll and just make better and better content. Going forward, that's what you got to do. You got to improve, make more exciting stuff, make more fun stuff for people to enjoy. All right, so does In Demand last 2 months? Scott Finetti quite correctly says it will be in demand until he ships or until he starts up Rainbow Brute. Yeah, it'll be in demand until I ship because, again, There's no reason to stop taking orders until I'm ready to ship. I can roughly estimate how many books I should print based on, how I'll just kind of project another 25% onto what our total is. I thought I should add up, I should count up and see how many copies we sold at the end. That'd be interesting to do. I'll do that later today. Eric McIntyre says, I can see this going to 1.3 million by December. Woo! That would make us the #1 crowdfunded comic book across all platforms of all time. That would be the one campaign that's bigger than mine, which is called The Order of the Stick. It was funded back in 2012. And it's at 1.2 million. This was back on Kickstarter, back when Kickstarter was kind of a new vehicle for crowdfunding. I would love to beat that. I would love to beat that. That'd be amazing. We'll see. I don't know about that, but I'm going to keep pushing the campaign. I'm going to keep making it accessible to people and continue to promote it. There's definitely $1.3 million out there, available. You just have to talk to more people and convince more people that your product is good. Once a campaign is over, you can turn it. Okay, so he's telling that. Just curious, how are these things still selling? I thought the campaign ended. Yeah, when the campaign ends, here's the thing. Automatically, unless you opt out, automatically once the campaign ends on IndieGoGo, it becomes an in-demand store. Your funding period, which could be up to 60 days, is only there to make sure that you have enough time to meet your goal. So let's say my goal was $870,000, and it ended, and I did not meet that goal. This would not become an in-demand store, and I would be able to. I would have to go, well, can I make this book for $860,000, or do I want to refund everybody's money because I don't have enough? That's how IndieGoGo works. But once you've actually met your goal, and mine was a very modest goal of $8,000, it becomes an in-demand store so that people can continue to purchase the items on the campaign until I decide to take it down. And that's the thing. Congrats on breaking 850 last night, and still more honeycomb boxes to sell. Yes, we still have 450 to go. Those will sell out. We will definitely sell those out, maybe in a month or two. Glenn Gleason says, congrats on another amazing campaign. Glad to be a part of it. Chris Mitchell says, 7 figures. Why not? Yeah, that is within our reach now. We are actually within reach of 7 figures, and I'm crossing my fingers that we get there. I think it's a possibility. $1.3 million is a little like pie in the sky, but 7 figures we can do it. I think we can do it. All right. Brian T. Hall says, I think this one will go past 900,000, a million maybe. We'll see. Congrats on a great stream and 850 tonight. Yeah, we got to 852,000. That's the new record. We're sitting now at 860,000 now, but 852 was the record. Back the first day for the Ides of March variant through a friend because I was at work. And now in the last few hours, backed it once again. I wish I could get the honeycomb box, but if I did, I wouldn't be able to back 3 or 4 other campaigns. So that's true. You do have to support other campaigns. Jason Smoot, thanks for $20. I just grabbed the honeycomb. Thank you, Jason. 200 Watt Studio says, is it true Kickstarter sold you the platform? No, it's not true. I don't want it. I'm not interested in Kickstarter at all. I'm glad that other campaigns are considering coming over to IndieGoGo. This is the best place to be right now. Congrats on your success. The stream returns and CYBERFROG marches on, says Chris Mitchell. That was funny. The last live stream was almost like it was a great boy. It was so climactic. It was just like the YouTube shutdown. The minute we hit $800,000, YouTube absolutely, the entire platform collapsed all at once. And everyone's streams went down except for mine. My stream kept going, but I couldn't see the live chat. It really did seem like apocalyptic. And then at one point, we just kept going into the night. I had an 8-hour live stream, just kept going. And Cecil vomited live on camera. And suddenly somebody took down my stream, like YouTube. Somebody false flagged my stream for brutality because of Cecil's brutal behavior. And we had to start. I mean, it was amazing. It was just an absolutely amazing night. It was very funny, and I think everybody had a pretty good time. I was listening to the live stream when it died. What happened? Nothing can stop CYBERFROG except Cecil's stream killer again. I was looking forward to listening all night and rewatching it again later. This is a bummer on this epic night for EVS. No worries, EVS. But no, it just made it more epic, Ronald. It just made it more of a thing. No worries, EVS. Put up another stream without any third-party content to say, hail, Comicsgate and CYBERFROG Wreck Planet. Scotty Kodamada says, Cecil and his throw-up. Stop the stream. Cecil tried to eat 12 White Castles and he just projectile vomited everywhere. It was so funny. I was dying. I also got queasy because you could hear the sound of the vomit. He brought a bucket in and you could hear the vomit hit the bucket. It was so disgusting. But it was also pretty funny and it was a good, made the night fun. I'm in the best mood, guys. I am so chipper today. I'm feeling great. Let's see. Tim King says, haven't received Blood Honey yet. I bought the $25 tier. What do I do? Tim King, that's terrible. Good news. We'll fix it for you. Please send me a message right now on my email, Ethan12032. Give me your name. Tell me which campaign you backed. That's important because, there were like 6 campaigns. Tell me which campaign you backed. I'm going to find your order, figure out what went wrong. Also, send me your mailing address, your current mailing address. We'll get that out to you Monday, and you'll have it in your hands on Wednesday. And I'm sorry for the delay. I hope you enjoy the book. Zugi1 says, got Sal, no poster. Alternative for the $60. So you got your Sal drawing finally, but no poster. Okay, Zugi. You know what we realized the problem was? Your name is Z. It begins with a Z, I guess. And you're last on the list all the time. Your poster is coming. If you have a Blacklight poster, it is on the way. If you have a Wreck Planet poster, we'll have to send you another one because that must have gotten lost. Chris Dunham, wow, thank you for $50. Says, Ethan, I keep trying to purchase the Survivor perk, but my bank purchase limit is $3,000 per day. How else can I purchase this perk? I must survive. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, your bank purchase limit is $3,000 per day. Can you call your bank and explain that you're trying to make a $5,000 purchase and you just need the bump one single time? That would be that's the best way to do it. And they'll probably give you permission. And if not, what we can do is work it out maybe through PayPal. And I'm going to take down it. It's not going to be up there for very much longer because I'm drawing the book now. So if you want to be a survivor, make sure that you choose to be a survivor soon because as I'm drawing the book, I got to close down that, I got to say, all right, well, these are the survivors and put you guys in the book. Chris, I hope it works out. I really want to put you in the book, and that $5,000 will be a great boost. John Malin says, Cecil ate 10. I did 12. No sweat. Yeah, he won. John Malin definitely won. Wonderful. Ethan, yes, zoom in boomer. Oh, it's not big enough. Okay. I'll do that. Okay. Yeah. Down here, this is one of the big perks that remains. Join the Survivors cast. 1 out of 5 claimed. It's $5,000, and you're actually a character in the book. We can talk about it. $5,000 is a pretty big investment. I understand. So you and I will talk about it. And if you want to be seen killing a Vespis, we could talk about making that something that you do. If you want to be somebody who hits on Heather Swain, we could talk about that. You can kind of direct me a little bit, but I'm going to use your likeness or the likeness of someone you love and their name, and you'll have a speaking role. Okay, I will tell you that you will have a speaking role, and you may actually be a part of the action of the story. So it will be worth it. It will be worth it. But I got it. Like I said, I got to take it down soon. So, if you're interested in that, please do it ASAP. All right. See more comments. Backed Lee's cover, Jay Lee's cover, and the Salamandroid book. Great stuff. Mark Lowe says, it's awesome to see this campaign soaring well over 800,000. I'm excited to see how far it goes. Me too. And even more excited for Christmas. I can't wait to get my hands on this. Justin Lawrence says, congratulations. What an incredible milestone with this campaign. I'm proud to have supported, and I'm counting the minutes before I can crack open that gorgeous honeycomb box. If you reach $835,000, you get a cock-shaped swimming extension on your swimming pool. Hey, Mike, Sim said. Let's see. I donated a couple bucks on Mark Wade's project in order to troll there. I am recommend tossing Mike Finn a couple bucks anyway. It's not his fault. Mark is an ass. I don't know what that's about. Let's see. Marvel fan, no longer. My money only goes where I'm respected now. Hail Caesar, hail Comicsgate. Honeycomb box, piggy bank empty. Damn it. Oh, yeah. There are some people who really want that honeycomb box. It's expensive. It's $250. We still do have like 450 of them, though. You're going to have time if you want to get one. But once we sell out of the 2,500, that's it. We're not going to make any more of those. Dome City Sandman, what a great day. I love CYBERFROG. Steve Hoppa says, Hail Caesar, have you thought about CYBERFROG fridge magnets? I assume those could be relatively cheap and easy to throw in a box. Just a thought. Can't wait for my honeycomb box. Hail Comicsgate. I actually have a limited supply of CYBERFROG fridge magnets that were made for me by a viewer. And I threw them into a few people's packages for fun, like when I was hand mailing some stuff out to people during Blood Honey. I still have a few of those. We could make more. I mean, that's an idea. We could actually produce fridge magnets. Sure. 250 says beat that. No, 2,500. I'm sorry, 2,500. Honeycomb boxes. All right, let's see. Hail Caesar, hail Comicsgate, A25 for a fold-out poster of CYBERFROG and Salamandroid surrounded by all his enemies from your original run. That's a thought. Yeah, you know what? I want to save something like that for Warts and All, because Warts and All's cover is going to be a wraparound that's going to be kind of I'm going to mix together a lot of the cover art. I'm going to redraw and mix together a lot of the cover art from the CYBERFROG series, the 90s CYBERFROG series. So that kind of thing might be kind of a fold-out poster eventually. Scott Finetti just bought another original art page. Please make it a good one, Caesar. Hell yeah, Scott. Thank you so much for buying original art pages. We sold half of them on REKT Planet. We've sold more than half of them on Salamandroid. The Salamandroid original art is crazy because Salamandroid is on every single page. The camera follows Salamandroid everywhere. With REKT Planet, you might get a Heather Swain page. You might get a CYBERFROG page because different characters are on different pages. But Salamandroid is on every single page of the Salamandroid Death Sting book. Patrick Heard says, evil has been defeated. Hail Caesar victorious. Hail Comicsgate. Yeah, hail. I love that. It's great. Very exciting. Let's see. We beat the worm. 816,000, says Scotty Code Domino. Scrolling down here and seeing what else is, because I haven't even read all these comments yet. Kyle is definitely enjoying this. Congrats on that 10K bonus, dude. Yeah, how fun is that? Like, I didn't even tell Kyle he was going to get the bonus. I mean, I didn't say, hey, by the way, once we get to 800,000, I'm giving you a bonus. I just told everybody else Kyle is getting this bonus. And so I'm not sure that he knew. He's busy working on Starblades and getting that wrapped up. So, once we hit 800,000, it's just like, hey, Kyle, boom, here's some money. And he was just like, he said some really nice things about me, which I appreciate. I got a whole speech from Andrea today because she listens to the show. And lately, I've been kind of enjoying my infamy, and I'll say publicly, like, these people think I'm the Darth Vader of the comic book industry. Like, I'm the Darth Vader of the I'm like this figure of infamy and notoriety. They think I'm evil, and it's fun to play with. It's to me, I just kind of enjoy weirdos being afraid of me. But Andrea told me today, she's like, stop calling yourself that. She's like, stop playing into that. That's not who you are. She's like, you're a sweetheart. You're nice. You're helping people. You're not evil. They're evil, these people. And stop letting them define you that way. And as she was saying this to me, I was thinking that's the exact same speech Heather Swain gave CYBERFROG in Blood Honey. She said, you're not. You're CYBERFROG. You get to decide who you are. You're a superhero. You decide who you are, and you be that every single day. So out of respect for Andrea, I'm not going to say I'm Darth Vader anymore. Those people are wrong. I never felt that way about myself. I just kind of, I don't know what it is. I like needling them about their paranoia, I guess. You're more hugs, says Eric S. Oh, it's funny. Hot honeycomb box coming my way. Oh, I love this. I love the people who got these honeycomb boxes. They're going to be so happy when they show up. Let's see. Super chat by getting people to buy CYBERFROG. Hey, Joshua, thanks for $2. Are the Sal posters still being shipped? I'm not supposed to say this. They're being shipped right now. So pretend I didn't tell you that. Andrea just wants you guys to be getting them this coming week and be like, wow, we got our posters. We weren't expecting them. But she said not to say anything because she doesn't want to get, like, here's what happens. Like, we say, oh, we ship the posters, and then she gets a million messages. And her, the CYBERFROG help email is just meant for people who have like pressing needs, concerns, like their book showed up damaged, or, they're trying to get their trading cards, things like that. So, we got a whole lot of people sending her messages and saying, where's my poster? I didn't get it yet, even though it's on the way. It kind of clogs up her email box. Alec Heidel says, so you're taking cues from Marvel Legends and McFarlane. Oh boy, the excitement rises. Hail, my poor wallet, says, that's great. I said, and I've said this before, like, we got to do it right. We can't half-ass this. If it's an embarrassing product, nobody's going to buy it. We learn from our mistakes. CYBERFROG's brand is shiny. Everything CYBERFROG has to be shiny. It has to be great. Going forward, everything is top-notch quality, and I will not settle. So when the new REKT Planet books come out, top-notch quality paper, beautiful. The chromium covers were dynamite. I can't complain about those. Just really amazing looking, beautiful covers. Everything is going to be great. Everything will be top-notch quality from here on out. So nobody hasn't. If you want to complain about my story, if you want to make fun of my drawings, I mean, that's different. I can't really, I always do the best I can. But the things that are objectively so, like, is this quality? Is this the best quality that we can offer? We're not gonna make mistakes about that ever again. Cheap Whiskey says, "Hey Ethan, Kirby likes frogs and Kirby likes you, Poyo." Okay. Nero says, "Jabba deserves a bonus." No, he doesn't. Zugi says, "Do not ignore my $5 super chat again." Zugi, what is going on with you? I didn't ignore a super chat. All right. Anyway, that link that Andrew posted still works for EVS's channel, even if the YouTube homepage is screwed up, says Jonathan Cabildo. Steven says, "Oh my God, I thought I'd already backed. Thank God I checked. Grab me a honeycomb." All right, let me see here. $800,000 missions complete. Just back for $295. I'm scanning for questions because people often have questions, and that's that's something that will make people understand a little bit better. Let's see. People want me to hang my Salamandroid poster behind me. Maybe I will. The regular Salamandroid poster is also available, and it looks great. I haven't even showed you it yet because I only printed 100 of them. I think we sold like 37 of them, but I printed 100 regular Salamandroid posters, and they're attached to the CYBERFROG Unforgettable Tales campaign. Those look great too. I'm actually thinking about getting both of those things framed so that I can hang them in my office, so that people can look at them. I can't believe I spend most of my day refreshing and watching the numbers increase. I do that all the time for IndieGoGo campaigns, even if they're not mine. I'm sitting here looking at the Umbrella Guy's new campaign and refreshing it. I'm hoping it does well. Just to double check, the only signed books will be the both Van Skyver variants part. This was kind of a source of confusion for people because I didn't write it in the campaign. I just assumed everybody would kind of know. I sign all of my comics, so every copy of REKT Planet, the comics that you paid for. Okay, so like the bonus comics, I'm not going to sign. It's just too much work. I'll give myself a break. But all of the REKT Planet comics are going to be autographed inside. They're going to be produced the same exact way the Blood Honey is. There'll be a sketch page on the inside. I will sketch on that page. And the Salamandroid book will also be autographed. All of that stuff will be signed. It's rolled into the cost of the book. I mean, really, I hear people talking like $25 is too much for a comic. I'm like, it's a chromium extra size comic. It's autographed, and it comes with 6 trading cards, 2 gigantic Dazzler stickers, 2 extra comic books, one of which is an ash can, a keychain, and a PVC toy. I think that's worth more than $25 at this point. You know, I think we've actually given more value to customers than we've ever given before. You know, it's really great. I'm feeling so good about this campaign, and I still think that we're going to go back and make. I think we're going to make some more money. Obi-Wan Tan says EVS is feeling froggy. Zugio one says, go back and look. I see it. So should you. Sheesh. Zugi, I'm sorry I missed your super chat. I'll go back and do all the super chats, you know, towards the end of the show, the ones that I missed. I'm looking at my computer screen and my, you know, my iPad and trying to catch super chats as we go. J. Hartman Baker says, "Hail, Ethan. I'm acquiring copies of all back issues available. Harris, Hall of Heroes. I backed the Honeycomb box and Chicken box and was wondering if I begged, could we get a box for back issues?" Well, Jay Hartman Baker, what we're actually going to do is we're going to produce a Blood Honey box that's going to be empty. So the box is going to say Blood Honey on it, and you can get an optional silver foil Ultimate Blood Honey book put in there. But other than that, it's just to store your Blood Honey CyberFrog books, and I guess maybe your back issues as well. Because, you know, these boxes fit 10 comic books. So I don't even think there are 10 Blood Honey comic books. I think there are maybe 6 and 2 ash cans. So there would be room for, you know, for back issues as well. I don't think I'm going to make a box for 90s books. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm creating Warts and All, which is the 90s compendium. I mean, this will be an omnibus, and it'll have every single scrap of information, every comic, every little house ad that I can get my hands on for CyberFrog of the 90s. We're going to launch that in June. I need to let everybody take a breath, and I need to take a breath too, from Warts and All. Give everybody a break, and then we'll go ahead and we'll launch the Warts and All campaign, so you can get that. I think that's the closest thing that we can do. It'll look good. It'll look good on the shelf with your boxes, with your Honeycomb box and your Blood Honey box. Let's see. All right, so here we go. Yeah, so everything is signed, guys. Everything is signed. Don't worry about that. Let's see here. $5 so far for Kyle. Yeah, that must have been when we passed 790,000. I said once we pass 790,000, every dollar going forward is for Kyle. This is some confusion. I remember Ethan saying if all the original art pages don't get sold, he would randomly send backers some. I really want to be one of those random backers. No, I'm not. I would not give away original art. I think he misunderstood me. What I said was if all the original art pages don't get sold, I will contact people and people will get to choose. But if we sell out, then I'll probably do them at random. Even though I'm not even sure that I'm going to do that anymore. I think I'm probably going to go in order. So the first backer is going to get the first choice of page, et cetera, et cetera. I just think that's probably the best way to do it. All right, so refund your first perk, go to your account. Yeah, anybody who wants to upgrade your perk, you can always go into, and I think you still can, you know, even though the campaign's over, go into your account. You can see a thing called contributions. Click that and refund your contribution, and then go ahead and back another one. Now, it does cost us some money, but because we have to pay the credit card fees for that, which is a little bit expensive. So I understand if you do it. I'm not recommending that you do it. But if you have to do it because you want to upgrade to something like a Honeycomb box, I'm not going to really complain about it, I guess. We lose about $3, but it's, you know, it's worth it, I guess, in the long run. All right, had to back twice to get the sweet chicken fry box as well. 12 hours to go. Look at everybody so happy. I love this. I have to keep everybody this happy going forward. I cannot have complainers in the comments because, you know, if you don't keep people updated constantly, and if the book is late, these turn negative really quick. It's like, I don't want that this time. I had enough of that with Blood Honey. I want everybody to be 100% happy with our customer service and communication for REKT Planet. That is the goal going forward. 100% transparency, always showing people new stuff, always keeping people updated. And by the way, make sure when I do send you updates, you click them and look because they're going to be good updates. There's going to be artwork to look at. There's going to be some news. I will be talking more about the action figures, the statues. I'll show you prototypes and just make sure that you guys are in the know about things. I want to keep this level of happiness on the campaign. Let's see. I backed REKT Planet at the entry level. Oh, okay. So this guy is saying, I want to get something better. So yeah, refund, back the campaign at a higher level. Let's see. $19,000 in 15 hours. Yeah, we did do it. We did great. I backed the March variant cover, but also want to get the Sal. Oh, I get this all the time. I backed the Ides of March variant cover, which was only available for 24 hours, but also want to get the Salamandroid comic. Is there a way to add it to my order? No. I live on the other side of the planet, so I just want to avoid any unnecessary shipping fees. Yeah, there's no way to do it. You have to go in and just back again. Just buy the Salamandroid comic, and you're going to have to pay double the fees. And the only reason why that's the case is if you refund your Ides of March cover, you can't get it back again. It's closed down. So if you have an Ides of March cover, hang on to it. Don't try to refund it because you won't be able to get it back. If you wanted to get something else, you just have to back again. And there's no way to do that without cheating everybody. And I thought about it. I was like, wouldn't it be cool? I could just like put it up for 12 hours or so. And then, let everybody kind of have a chance to order the Ides of March cover again. But that would be cheating. Jay Hartman Backer says, or Jay Hartman Backer or Baker. Thanks, mate. I'll be sure I have all that as well. Thank you for keeping the faith and not letting comics die. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I mean, everybody in the chat, thank you so much for supporting this campaign and making it so great. We are, even still, even now, we're getting more backers. It's not too late if you haven't backed it yet to back the campaign. Jonathan McGowan, we're so close, and the colors deserve some extra cheddar. Extend the campaign. Yeah, what's great? I love it when I pay Kyle because Kyle is kind of like a clothes horse. You'll see Kyle wearing new hats and new clothing and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want Kyle to be rich, and I mean he deserves it. And then just to like dress more like a pimp because he is. I mean that's who Kyle is. Oh my God, it's so awesome. Kyle being rich would be the greatest thing that CYBERFROG could do. If we could make Kyle Ritter into a millionaire, that would be cool. I hope so. Let's see. We're all right. So Uncle E about King's Cross. Oh yeah. We talked about King's Cross. Okay, I got 2 frogs and 2 droid perks. Will it come with 2 of each stretch goal, or is it just 1 of each perk? Thanks. So if you order 2 copies of REKT Planet, you're going to be receiving 2 sets of every perk. So you're going to get 2 toys, 2 of every sticker, 2 of every card. You're going to get 2 keychains. And Salamandroid, you're going to be getting 2 copies of Amphibionics as well. So that's what you get. So, thanks for doing that. You'll have some extra stuff to kind of share or give away. Can you keep this long enough for the PVC toy? We got there. Scotty Kodomino again. This guy's great, man. Scotty, if you're in the chat, thank you for your support and enthusiasm. Thank you for being excited about the campaign and promoting it the whole time. Really, like I see this level of like devotion, and I'm like, oh man, thank you so much. EVS, no live streaming today. I took a couple days off. We miss our Sunbeam. Lots happening to this campaign. We need your riveting presence for the big push from 775 to 800,000 and then beyond. Is this going to go in demand after this? Yes. And I figured I would just put up my all in for the last 8 hours with a live stream. Live streams are important. You got to do them every day. Jahartman Baker says J is for Jeff, so you don't have to stumble on the Hartman Baker anymore. Oh, so it's Jeff Hartman Baker. Got it. Okay. Like it sounded Jamaican to me for a second, like Jahartman. If you add another month or so, or even put CYBERFROG 2 REKT Planet in demand, you'll have a better chance of selling the rest of the honeycomb boxes. Yeah, I hope I do. I want to sell through 100% of those. Let's see, PVCs. Everyone's excited about those PVCs. Hey, if I ordered the Ides of March and Salamandroid books separately, obviously, not sure Sal was available as an add-on back then. He was available as an add-on. Will they be shipped in the chicken fry box? No, they will not. You have to order 2 books at once because what we're going to do is we're going to go by tier. We can't really combine orders. I mean, I guess we could if we sent them. Somebody actually reached out to me and said, I have the technology. And they sounded Russian. They said, I have the technology to be able to go through all of your backers and organize them so that, that. And I said, I'm not giving my backers information to anyone. I'm sorry. I don't have that technology, and it sounds spooky. So I'm not going to be giving my backers information to anyone, even if it made their orders more convenient. This is just the way it's got to be. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. I bought the 2-pack so a friend could save on shipping. But now with the extra added stretch goal of 750K getting a PVC toy, this leaves us with a conundrum. Which one of us gets it? So you're each going to get one. You're each going to get one. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Everyone's like, if you buy a 2-pack, you're going to get 2 toys. All right. Let's see here. Just realized if you wanted to surpass the total amount generated by Earthworm Jim, you could ask all the backers to make a contribution of $10 each. Please give me $10 each, everyone. For nothing. You will get absolutely nothing, but please give me $10. That would generate a little over $62,000. Just a thought for the last day. Oh, thanks, James, for the thought. I don't want to ever do that. If I wanted $10 from you, I'd come up with something something for you to buy. And I've thought about it. Like, I thought maybe I can make like a really cheap $10 perk, and that would get me more backers, like get my backers number up. But ultimately, I can't think of what that would be. There could be some kind of abstract, things like special thanks, or I don't know about that. I think I want to sell product to people as much as possible. Well, we did. I mean, we beat Doug, so it's, what are you going to do? Like, there's nowhere else to go from here except to keep going and to try to get to $1 million. We've done some amazing stuff here with this campaign. I'm a big fan of EVSs since the Sinestro Core and recently discovered the YouTube channel. I purchased a copy of Blood Honey on eBay and loved it. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize this, but you can easily get a copy of Blood Honey on our eBay store, CYBERFROG 9. The link is in the description. We sell through these like you wouldn't believe. 180 copies. This is like the 4th time we've put this up here, and they sell out all the time. You can get a Blood Honey team up variant signed. You can get the ash can set if you missed that. That's available. And this is the same price that it was on the original Blood Honey campaign. This is just $5 more. For the first time, we didn't offer these, on any campaign, but on eBay, if you missed the bonus perks, you can get them for $5. You'll get a bookmark. You'll get a sticker. You're going to get a package of 2 cards. And then you're also going to get 2 cards that are already unwrapped. And people say, I don't want to unwrap my cards. I want to keep them in the pack. So, okay, keep them in the pack. And then here are the 2 cards here. So you can have them. $5. We sell through these like crazy. And then over here, we have a limited supply, 100 Salamandroid Chromium variants from Blood Honey. These are going really quick too. We've sold 59 out of the 100 of them. And, that's it. Once we sell through these, that'll be it. Right here, you can get the team up variant plus the ash can. Have we sold any of these? I just put this up there. Yeah, we sold 8 of them so far. I just put this new campaign up because we sold out of the last batch. Very exciting, very exciting. Jason Smoot says, if I got the honeycomb, will I get the chicken fry box? Thanks. No, you will not get the chicken fry box. The chicken fry box is for just 2 books or more. The honeycomb box is so big it will not fit in the chicken box. So the chicken box is kind of like a shipping container for 2 or more copies of CYBERFROG, REKT Planet, Salamandroid. Ideally, you're supposed to buy REKT Planet and Salamandroid and then get them delivered in the chicken box. That's kind of what it's for. But the honeycomb box is a thing in and of itself. It's going to go in like a priority mailer, stuff with foam peanuts, those things. We'll get it to you safely. If you want the chicken box, just buy I think a $50 tier. We'll get it your way. All right, let me see. Refunded my original perk and upgraded to the executive honeycomb box set. Wonderful. Yeah, that honeycomb box set, it's like that's a very, very good deal. I like trees. They're pretty. And I think that was a joke from a stream. Let's see. As a fan, I was around when you were still at Harris. I'm fucking juiced to get a Scorpion trading card. He was mentioned in Blood Honey. Will he make an appearance in REKT Planet? Yes. Jack says, I'm dying to see the updated version of Rush Hour. Oh, dude, when you see what I mean, I love it. I absolutely love what Rush Hour is up to. After seeing your updated Traumadeus, I'm on pins and needles to see Device and Spite. Well, Spite is going to be in this too. No word on Device yet. I haven't I haven't put Device in there. But it's funny, like I'm gonna reveal where Scorpion came from, where you're gonna see where Rumblebee came from. It's all gonna make sense. Actually, you know what? It's gonna make sense after the REKT Planet Ashcan. Once you see the origin of Scorpion, you're gonna understand where all this stuff came from. Antonio Cardania says, "Don, Ethan, please stop talking about our thing. You know who is listening." Yeah, I like that now. Now I'm like, now I'm talking about Comicsgate like it's the mob. I'm just like, this thing of ours. It's a thing of honor. And I give the whole Tony Soprano speech. This thing of ours comes before family. It comes before anything else. All right, sorry for the glugs. I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. Time limit, yeah. Send support and encouragement to Peter Samedi. Is there a way to write Peter Samedi as a survivor in CYBERFROG REKT Planet? A special tier for us to fund and send 10 copies to Peter's Alternative Comics. Make it so. Peter is stressed with public threats and harassment for supporting Comicsgate. Peter is not alone. We stand with Peter. That's nice. That's nice of you. Yeah. Look, all of us are going to face harassment. That kind of comes with Comicsgate, and that's why I don't recommend it to people. You know, I try to discourage people from. I know it sounds like counterintuitive. Like, why would you discourage people from being Comicsgate? Because I don't want anyone to get their feelings hurt. And being Comicsgate comes with abuse. I told Dan Fraga, don't do it, Dan. Don't. I mean, when I say don't do it, and you do it anyway, when it comes to announcing that you're Comicsgate, it's because you're Comicsgate. You know, the advantages of being Comicsgate are evident, but the disadvantages are sad. I mean, they break your heart. You know, you lose friends, people that you like, people who you thought were your friends, turn their back on you. They call you a bigot. All of this ridiculous stuff. You know, being a revolutionary, being a part of a revolutionary movement, only looks good in hindsight. You know, when you're actually in the middle of it, it's painful. You know, when you're, it's not comfortable. It isn't comfortable to do any of this stuff. I think 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll look back and you'll be glad that you were a part of this. You did push for these things, and you were a part of Comicsgate. But while you're here, these people are mean to you. So Peter coming forward and being like, look, he kind of had the same realization that Donald DeLay did. It's like, you guys, you're lying, and I'm not going to lie just to avoid harassment. I'm not going to be a part of a lie just to avoid harassment. I got to say, Comicsgate is not what these people are saying it is. And, what am I going to do? And so there are consequences for that. And Peter is, currently absorbing those consequences. Dan Fraga is too. Dan Fraga is being kicked around and abused by people he thought were his friends. And good on both of these guys for standing up for what they know is right. And what is the truth. And, I think they'll be rewarded for it. Dex Luther, thanks for $10 Canadian. He says, hey, EVS, congrats on 800K. I'd be happy to give you and or Andrea a lesson to teach how to sort the spreadsheets. No need to see your backer information on my end. # no doxing. Oh, that's interesting, Dex Luther. That's a thought. Yeah, I mean, that might help us a little bit. Yeah, people are saying friends in quotes. They're not your friends, guys. They're not your friends. Anybody who would just kind of say, what? You're part of a movement that wants better comics? I can't be your friend anymore. That's not a friend. That's an insane person. I think normal people who are not SJWs are able to associate with people who believe different things. And by the way, it makes your life more interesting to have friends and acquaintances with different points of view. I don't know what you talk about when you all believe the same thing. It's really weird when you're with a lot of people who agree with you, and you're having drinks and you're like, hey man, so and so, this is really good, and they go, yeah, and this is really bad, and they go, yeah. It's like there's no conversation to be had there. This is everybody agrees with everybody. And I mean, even within Comicsgate, people have disagreements about things. And I like that. I appreciate that. And I try to listen and see if uh, see if their ideas are better than my ideas. And they never are, but I still listen. I still listen to I still listen to these people. Josh, JSH Adam 11 says, curious to see what the PVC toy will look like. I've shown it a couple of times. It's CYBERFROG crouched down, and I'm curious to see what it'll look like too. I want to see what it looks like with the paint and everything like that, and I want to see what it looks like in the package. I'm excited. I don't think it's going to be. I mean, look, I'm doing these very inexpensively. This is not going to be a McFarlane toy. I'm literally aiming for a Matchbox car, like that quality, and not even that. I'm aiming for one of those old Smurf PVC toys from the 1970s and 80s, except I want it to be on a blister card, like a Matchbox. So I'm not trying to make this phenomenal thing. I'm trying to make a really fun, cheap little PVC toy. It's a free bonus for every backer. Raging Goblin says, don't worry, E, you have 1.5 to 2 years of non-fulfillment with no updates before energy turns really negative. Just ask Ben Dunn. Damn. Well, I mean, look, here's the thing about that. I'll run out of money if I do that. I want to make more money, and making more money means fulfilling. I promised 3 books this year. I promised 3 big books. REKT Planet is one. I promised Warts and All. That's another big one. And I've promised to fund Rainbow Brute at the end of the year. So I need to get books done and out if I'm going to continue, cycling cash in here to make stuff. I want to make stuff. That's the best thing about this, is getting to make stuff. Nick Lifo says, hey, thanks for the Heather Swain and Rumblebee card. Got mine yesterday. Hail EVS, Caesar, Augustus, Imperator. Thanks, Nick. And glad you're enjoying those cards. I got to do the Shockroach card, because that's coming up next. I'm going to do the artwork for the Shockroach card. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I have the image in my head. I know what I want to draw. Billy the Mac says, Warts and All. What's that? Warts and All is the 90s omnibus. It's going to be a hardcover collection of all of the 90s CYBERFROG stuff. It's called Warts and All because some of it sucks. In fact, most of it sucks. It's from the nights when I was a kid. But people want it. It's hard to read. It's hard to buy because it's expensive. It's hard to find. So I'm going to put it all together and make it into one big hardcover so that you can read it all at once if you want to. And I'm going to keep it inexpensive. So it's going to be about $30 for this great big book. And, that's what that's going to be. Okay. Comicsgate is dead. LOLs. It's just great. Comicsgate's so great. If I ordered Ides of March and then separately ordered Death Sting, will that count as 2 books? No, it doesn't. You got to order 2 at once. Got to make it easy for us. Coming back for Honeycomb, but since I missed the Ides, love another 24-hour variant. I'm going to do 1 24-hour variant per campaign, right? So, Rainbow Brute will have a 24-hour variant. And that'll, oh, wow, we just jumped to 862, 275. Thank you, guys. 7,320 backers. How many Honeycomb boxes? Okay, so we are 1 Honeycomb box away from 2,050 claimed. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to do a 24-hour variant for Rainbow Brute. I talked to Nick Barucci yesterday from Dynamite, and I said, hey, who owns Rainbow Brite? And he said, well, we gave it up. We had it for a little while. We don't own it anymore. I said, I kind of want to buy it. And he said, why? I was like, because if I bought Rainbow Brite, then I could make Rainbow Brute part of Rainbow Brite canon. If I don't, it's a parody. Okay. And then, I can only do it really once. But if I owned Rainbow Brite, I could make Rainbow Brute legitimately like a part of the book. I don't know. It's probably dumb. I'm gonna think about it some more. And then I'd be in charge of making Rainbow Bright comics. But I mean, I would make Rainbow Bright comics that would be like Game of Thrones. I mean, they would be awesome. I would make comics for girls that boys would want to read. And that's what I would do. I would take that silly little thing from Hallmark and I would make it legit. I would make it awesome. I know I could do it. Do I want to spend the money? I'd have to hire somebody. I'd get an artist to draw it. Not Donald. Donald DeLay, you got to come up with your own thing. Donald wants to draw Rainbow Brute so bad. I'd have to find an artist to draw it. It'd be fun though. I don't know how well. I don't think it would do well. No, I don't think it would do well. Let me check in on a couple other things. Let's look at CYBERFROG Unforgettable Tales, which was still moving. I mean, people are still backing the heck out of this. I've been watching this kind of continue to raise funds. It's exciting, very exciting. Vestige #1. This was fun because on the last day of CYBERFROG, I kind of chose a book. I kind of chose a book that I wanted to support. I didn't want to support a bunch of comics all at once on that day, but I knew that the positive buzz from REKT Planet and everybody's happiness would probably spill over and benefit another campaign. So Vestige #1 was at maybe $97,000, $98,000, and I just said, I'll bet we can get him to six figures, and that would be pretty neat. And we did. I mean, look at this: $103,570. And these guys are close to 2,000 backers at this point. I guess that it made the most sense to promote this book because it's got my cover on it, so it's still self-promotion. But congratulations, War Campaign. Congratulations, Gat Hanzo. People watched Gat Hanzo on the show, and they were just like, Gat and you work really, really well together. Gat is good on the radio. I keep telling people, I'm like, look, War Campaign is a good show. You might not like War Campaign, but those guys put on a good show. They have a good energy together. They have good chemistry between the four of them. It's very, very funny. And, those guys are good on the radio. So I had Gat here and it was perfectly comfortable. There are times when I get somebody on the show and they will not shut up. I'm like, it's like they get a hold of the microphone and they just start talking. And they start talking, and what they're saying isn't necessarily interesting, but they do not shut up. And it is imperative that the conversation, when there's more than two people or more than one person, that it go back and forth. It'd be like a little bit of a ping pong match in order for it to sound fun to listen to. And no, Couch Doodles goes guilty. No, that's not you, Dan. You're great. But it's not Eric Weathers either. Eric barely talks at all. He just sits there and goes, yeah. But in any case, sometimes it doesn't work. But with Gat Hanzo, it really was good listening. And, I wanted to keep those guys on a little bit more and do. I'll do, what I want to do is I want to do another show where it's just me talking to War Campaign. Maybe I'll do that once a week. Those guys are legitimate Comicsgaters. Their book CG Jumpstart, their magazine, is going to be really good. There's a CYBERFROG trading card that's going to be free inside of it. So that's that's exciting. That's something I want to explore a little bit more. Dan Frega, speaking of Frega, congratulations for passing $110,000 today. You're on your way. $110,333. Look at this nice number, 1444 backers, with 10 days left of the first month. I can see this book. I don't want to say. I don't want to say because I don't want to spoil it. All right. I think this book is going to do very well. I think this book is going to be high up in the pantheon, top 10. And by the way, we were looking at the top 25 list. It's getting to be now that in order to be on the top 25 list of IndieGoGo campaigns, you have to make six figures. It didn't used to be that way. Like, campaigns are becoming more and more successful, and not all of them are. I mean, there's still some campaigns that are not getting funded. It's a shame about those. I went through IndieGoGo yesterday, and I just kind of looked at like the ending soon section, and I went through, and there was one. Oh, and I was like, which campaigns are getting funded successfully? Which campaigns are about to end that are not getting funded? And I will tell you that almost every campaign that was Comicsgate related was getting funded, but they were not being funded enough for my taste. There was one that was not getting funded, and it deserved to be funded. And there was another campaign that was not being funded. And I watched the video for it. I looked at the art, and I loved the art. And I was like, I wonder if this guy's Comicsgate. And I'll tell you what the book was called in case you don't care, and we'll fund it anyway. But it was called Surf Girl, and Surf Girl versus something or other. So it looked really, really good. And then I'm like, wow, I want to invite these guys on and see if I can help them. And I scrolled down, and it's like their merch is resist merch. It's like resist. Surf Girl resists. I'm like, okay, F you. We're not going to do that. No resistance merchandise, unless you're resisting the mainstream. If you're resisting SJWs, that's good. But resisting anything else is kind of not our thing. But it's a shame because the book looked pretty good. It just clearly was not Comicsgate. Fregaboom's Black Flag Pineapple Perception, guys. The Return of Black Flag, a book from the 90s that I recall very, very vividly. Protecting the Earth one world at a time. Dan Frag has got the skills to pay the bills. This cover that he's got, he's using a cover art that was inked by Todd McFarlane himself, which is amazingly exciting. And damn, how do you know Todd McFarlane? I got to meet him. He offered me a job once, but Todd McFarlane's a legend. I wish I were Todd McFarlane's friend, like Todd's friend. That would be cool. The art looks cool. The characters look neat. If you haven't backed this one yet, you really should. This is going to be one of those books that when it comes, everybody's going to be talking about it. I'm going to get one of these caps. I'm going to get one of the Black Flag hats. I have the biggest baseball cap collection in the world right now. But I need that cap. I definitely do. Let me see here. What else? Jawbreakers, Grand Bazaar. Why isn't this at six figures yet? All right. So $95,314. We got to push this one to six figures. I got to get Zach on. I had more talks with him. And I'm telling him your performance is directly related to how often people get to hear from you. People really like to hear your voice. They like to hear your ideas. And, if you don't want to do it on your channel, or if you just want to have somebody to, to make fun of and to kind of talk back to, have a conversation with, come on my channel, and that would be the best thing to do. Zach's sitting there telling people I look like an Arby's manager. That's the kind of stuff that people like out of him. That's the kind of stuff. Telling everyone that I look like an Arby's manager, that's the kind of thing that sells Jawbreakers Grand Bazaar comics. So come on this channel and make fun of me and sell your book, my friend. That's what we're here for. Oh, so if you guys, we got almost 1,200 people watching right now. If you guys were not here at the beginning of the show, let me just show you this. We are working right now on a series of statues. Look, a fan of the show, a listener, let me know. He's like, hey, I'm kind of an amateur sculptor. Does these 3D models. And this is basically how sculptures get made. He did one of Heather Swain. He's done amazing, a kind of alienish, like more alienish version of CYBERFROG that also kicks ass. But I fell in love with this Heather model. By the way, he sent me the nude version of this, which he's like, this is just for your eyes only. I was like, she's completely naked, but she's well groomed. So that's good. I said, look, I'm going to buy this model off you because this needs to become, this definitely needs to become a statue. We need to make this into a statue. A couple of things need to be changed. First order of business is that it needs to have a base on it. Okay. We're building the base. And I said I think she's walking through the Pine Barrens. We found this creepy set of railroad tracks that run through it's like an abandoned railroad track set that runs through the Pine Barrens. Let's do that. I think that would be a good thing. She's walking down the tracks. I said, please add 3 Vespis larvae on the ground looking up at her maybe. And I think that'll make the statue more interesting. So this is going to be available. How cool would it be if the knife was removable? I'm going to see if we can do that. The knife should be removable. What else can we do? What else could be removable on this? Don't say it. We have this stinger necklace too. Should probably be maybe removable, but I don't know how it would get under the hair. I guess it's not going to be able to be removable. In any case, this statue is being made right now, and I bought the model. We are going to produce this statue and make it available to you guys. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work yet. I assume it's going to be IndieGoGo as usual, and I'll let you know ASAP. But I got to say, TL is he is the artist behind this. Thank you for this. You perfectly captured my character. This is what I think she looks like, and it's a cool ass piece that I think everybody is going to want to own. Yeah, people are saying chicken fry bucket. He actually suggested that. He said for the ground, because this isn't, this is just the bare sort of train tracks, but there's going to be sticks and leaves and disgusting shit on the ground. He said, what if she's like stepping on an old chicken fry bucket? I was like, well, it's got to be very old. It would be 20 years old. I mean, it'd be pretty disgusting looking. But that would be kind of a neat, scrappy piece of like the human race used to exist. We used to have fast food. It's buried there. Dex Luther says, make the clothes removable too, or we riot. LOL. Black Mercury says, what color is the blood of the Vespis? I think it's yellow. It could be parts of it could be red. There's all kinds of junk in there. But he's got it, yellow. I think Kyle colors it yellow all the time. CYBERFROG's blood is red. Obviously, he was meant to be a human being. So he's got teeth and his blood was red. And he's got human appetites when it comes to food, all that stuff. Albert Stoddard says, have the survivors raising chickens in the woods. Well, they are. If you read Blood Honey, that's exactly what they're doing. Billy the Wombat says, you think you made it. Well, yeah, I never really put as much thought into what color the blood of the Vespis is. I draw it, and Kyle kind of decided that. I think Kyle decided that it's kind of a golden yellow. Let's see. Spirits Car says, don't listen to the incels. We don't need a Heather with removable clothes. I know that. I wouldn't do that to my Heather Swain. This character is important to me. And I even though she's very sexy, a beautiful 38-year-old woman here, we don't want to objectify her too much. She is a hero. She's a good mom, and she's just a badass chick who's a friend of CYBERFROG's. She stood by CYBERFROG. And, didn't let him get let down. She left CYBERFROG with an impression that human beings weren't all bad. Just most of them. Most of them are absolutely terrible. But Heather is good. Look at these hip bones in here. Look at this musculature. Absolutely amazing. It's just such a good job, man. You did such a good job. I like the hair. Her hair is proper. It's correct. The look on her face is correct. The only thing we're missing, and I told him this, and he is going to do this, is Heather's got to have the CYBERFROG tattoo. You'll be able to see it, right here, on this shoulder. You'll see her CYBERFROG tattoo. Okay, let's go back. What do I do? I'll talk to you guys for a little while. Thank you guys for backing CYBERFROG to REKT Planet today. I really appreciate it. Look, amazing. We're almost at $863,000. It would be great if anybody wants to pick up more pages of artwork. There is artwork for sale. If anybody wants to become a survivor in this book, it's expensive, I understand. But if you do want to join the cast and become a survivor, I'll probably leave that up for another week or so, and then I'm going to take it down so that I can just, start to organize the survivors parts in the book. Make sure that you guys know your roles, you know what you're going to do, and there aren't any latecomers. All right, let me see here. Hi, chat. Hello. Hail, Sketch. Oh, Sketch Therapy is here. I love Sketch Therapy. Sketch Therapy likes it. Cool. Some people do want removable clothes for Heather Swain, but, Isaac, you didn't even spell her last name right. So I'm not going to make removable clothes for this woman whose name you don't even know. You don't even know how to spell Swain. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let me see here. What else is going on? Hey, EVS. Can't wait. Oh, wait, right here. Can't wait to get my honeycomb box. I triple dog dare you to chat to my... Wait. I triple dog dare chat to sub my channel. See if you can beat Mandy and Jedi Bunny. LOL. All right, Lord Arnold. People are invited to subscribe to your channel. I think that's cool. Very cool. Isaac says, damn it. Isaac, it's SWAIN. Margaret likes that. And that is true, Margaret. Like, it's like women do not take up their clothes for men who don't even know their names. I mean, not nice girls. Nice girls don't do that, I mean, I even if like they're strippers, like what the stripper's name is, it's usually Candy or something like that, Cherry Pie. I think so. I think that's the way it goes. Eric Weathers. Let's see. All right, here we go. My 7-year-old wants to read this. He doesn't like blood. Is it appropriate, or can you do a bloodless version of the story? Well, I would say this: 7 is too young for blood, honey. It is a PG-13 rated movie. Okay, so there is blood. There are people dying in the book, and it is violent. And I do not recommend it for 7-year-olds. I recommend it for 11-year-olds and up. I think by the time you're 11, you're playing those, video games, and you're going to be fine with CYBERFROG Blood Honey. But if you wouldn't let your kids see Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, or any of the Indiana Jones movies, because that's the level of violence in CYBERFROG, I wouldn't let them read it. However, we are going to be making a CYBERFROG plushie, and we are going to be making a CYBERFROG children's book that will introduce the character to kids, and that's coming soon. And we'll do that. Thanks, Andy Andrea, for the Heather card. It says Frackoff Felger a card. Thank you for joining the channel. People who join the channel do get trading cards. It's kind of, we want to make sure people get these cool, fun, physical perks. Death Pusher says the base should attach to a future CYBERFROG statue and Sal. I mean, that's something that we could consider doing. I would do like a different Heather for that, though. Or no, I mean, let's say I'd have CYBERFROG in the woods. You know what we could do is we could do CYBERFROG in a tree and attach that to the Heather Swain railroad track thing. CYBERFROG has a great time in the forest. He kind of kicks ass in the forest, whereas the Vespas do not. Life-size Heather plushie, says Moot Point. A lot of people want that. A lot of people want that waifu body pillow. I don't know if we're ever going to do that. Maybe. I'm not sure. All right, let me read some super chats. Thank you guys for supporting the comic as usual. It's going to be my thing to promote this book every single day, to make sure you guys are aware of it, to make sure you guys know where we are progress wise, and to ask you again, promote it. To back it if you haven't backed it yet, to ask you to share it with friends. And, everything that we can do to keep this one moving, because we're so close to $1 million right now. We're actually like close. We can probably do it this year. And it's important that we try. Dexluth says, Heather is a survivor. If taking my clothes off someone let me survive, I had to trade it for guns or food, I definitely would. I'm sure Heather would agree. You make a compelling argument there, Dex. Cyber Ninja is a new member. Demon is a new member. Thank you guys. Now that you've joined, you should be able to go to my YouTube page and look at the community chat tab. There's a message there that gives you directions. Read the entire message, click see more so that you see the whole message. It'll give you directions on how to get your Heather Swain and Rumblebee trading cards, so you can be just like everyone else. All right, let me see. Plug the Tug. Oh, I gotta look at Tug's new book. Yeah, I gotta promote Tug's book. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that today. Take a look at it. All right, I'm gonna read all these super chats. EVS at lunchtime. Y'all guard your plate, says Comic Books in Cahoots. Couch Doodle says, dude, keep kicking butt. Hail. Thank you, Dan. Arnold S says, where's my poster? Artists who love their fans do deserve success, as I'm practicing piano. I read these. My South sketch cover is so good. Love it. Thank you, says Peter Armstrong. Well, thank you. Please make a Hot Toys style Heather. I need her for my workspace where my framed Blood Honey comics are. Is that an idea for the future, says Charlie's London Official. Listen, I want to make all kinds of stuff. I'm confused like right now about how much everything is going to cost. But I've paid to make these 3 sculptures so far, and I hope I can make money off them. And if I can make money off them, and at least make my money back, then yeah, we'll definitely do more. Forskus Fabio says, Ethan, you promised us Salamandroid condoms. Hatch 450 SX says, guess us Ethan Tards were right. Huh, quarter pounder? Yes, you were. Me here, you there says, make sure you check out Tug's new campaign, Littlest Umbrella 2. His stream got flagged 4 times last night. His stalkers are real salty. Hail Comicsgate. Yet Tug's got a real problem with some obsessive weirdos that want to take him down. I mean, my weirdos want to take me down too, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like they've tried so many times and failed utterly that I think they feel like they can take Tug down. But I don't think he can. I don't think he's gonna look. Here's the thing: Umbrella Guy is making so much money on his YouTube. Why would he and with his comics? Why would he ever let anyone take him down? Why is he going to let some weirdos on the internet stop him from making the kind of money that he's making to feed and provide for his family and to have fun? Why would he let them? It's silly. Let's see. Just grab the honeycomb, says Jason Smoot. Martin Cabildo says, Ethan, the other day about stretch goals and possible fold-out poster, that Heather Swain figure is what I thought about for the poster. You want me to, you want to light that image and then make it into photograph that image and make it a poster? That's a thought. Let's see here. Chris Dunham purchased the Survivor perk. All right. Well, I hope you do. I hope you're able to figure that out, Chris. Well Hung and Dung says, this comic is about a picture of a cartoon clockwork lizard packed into a pizza box, some playing cards, and a cheap key ring. Is that what I get now? This comic is about a picture of a clock. No, I don't think that's correct. Let's see. Zuki says, Dynamite sent original poster. You offered replacement. You later tell me it's a Dynamite problem. A month later, you offered a refund. I don't want a refund. Okay. All right, Zuki. It's a Vampirella poster. I got it. Have the Sal posters shipped yet? They're shipping today. The Sal posters are being shipped, says Joshua. Let's see. Jabba deserves a bonus. No, he doesn't. So many people. Oh, Charlie's London says, so many people owe a lot for what you do, even if it's just offering advice on here. I wouldn't be doing what I do without you. Thank you sincerely, says Charlie's London. Cheap Whiskey says, Kirby says you're turning all the effing frogs straight. Zero Depressive says, Ethan, am I or am I not the leader of Comicsgate? Let's clear it right up. Yeah, you are one of the leaders of Comicsgate. Everyone is the leader of Comicsgate. Obi-Wan Tan says, EVS is feeling froggy. Let me see here. J is for Jeff. So, okay, I read that. Danny Rendon says, could you do a March secret tier and you only give the link to people who have confirmed backed the first day? Even still, I think that's wrong. I think I made a promise that it was a 24-hour variant. As much as I would like more people to be able to get the book, I warned everyone it was 24 hours. And, fortunately, I think more copies of that will show up on eBay. I had a lot of people back 10 packs of that comic. So don't give up hope. You should be able to get one. All right, let's see. Congrats on 800K. Don't worry, E. Okay. Will be sent you an email. Thanks, says Tim King. Let's see. Integer Spin says, hire Blake Northcott for Rainbow Bright Girly comic. Lord Arnold says, remember, a lot of your fans grew up with Star Wars. So 3.5 or 3 3/4 figures. Well, that's an option too. I mean, we could try to make 3 3/4 figures. I like that. Eric Weathers says, check out Eric Weathers on YouTube. we have a nearly daily talk show with myself and Von Klaus talking nerdy stuff, and we have a lot of fun. So check out Eric Weathers. Let's see. Charlie XCX just released a new album, says Leg Kick 1. Yeah, I bought it. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm gonna probably put on headphones and listen to it while I draw, see if it's any good. She was all over Twitter yesterday for it. Like they gave her, they made her a trending topic, I think. Death Pusher says the bass. Okay, I read that one. Hatch 450 plug tug. I will. Mike's Comics says, hey Ethan, where can we find that Comicsgate top 25 chart you share on Twitter? I want to start following how Comicsgate books are doing. Well, a fellow named Thor Odinson has that chart. The problem is that it doesn't self-update. He has to update it every single day himself. So he posted, if you follow Thor Odinson on Twitter, I think he posts it like twice a day and he updates it. So Plan 9 Good Time says, can you give Sean Gordon Murphy a plug for Plot Holes? He has Comicsgate values. Yeah, go check out Plot Holes by Sean Gordon Murphy. Francis Lancer says, my whole swagger is Comicsgate. That's awesome, Francis. I love it. All right, let me look at Tug here. Another umbrella. Oh, here we go. Another case for the littlest umbrella. Tug. Oh my God. All right, this has been up the whole time. All right, let me take a look. I watched the video for this and I just laughed. It's just so awesome and so weird. All right, here we go. It's Hanna-Barbera style.
So you want to hear about those things that go bump in the night and that cause people to shrink in all ages fear? That umbrella guy and little umbrella girl have you covered in another case for the littlest umbrella. 40 pages of all ages, full color, Lovecraftian goodness, plus so much more. Check us out now.
I mean, that was cool. I mean, the animation, of course, I think probably was Scotty Richards Studios. And it is, let me just pause it there and get rid of this. That is funny. I like watching the two of them walk together. Let me see again. I like it. Another case for the littlest umbrella. That umbrella guy and little umbrella girl face off against an ancient threat in this all-new adventure. Tug's already at $30,000, and it's only been up for 24 hours. $30,000. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The way IndieGoGo works, if you want to know, it seems like the first 24 hours of your campaign shows you about 1/3 of what you're going to end up making. Sometimes more, sometimes less. My first day was kind of like out of line, like over the top crazy. I made $316,000 in the first 24 hours, which breaks all records. I promise you, there's nobody that's ever done that before. $316,000 for the first 24 hours, and I landed on 852. So that's about, the fact that the first 24 hours was so blown out kind of screwed up that curve a little bit. But yeah, it's about right. It's about a 1/3 and then 1/3 in the middle and then 1/3 towards the end. So I'm happy to see this. I'm pretty sure that this means the Tug is going to hit 6 figures. Adipose says EVS means the first 48 hours. No, I actually mean 24. The second 24 hours, Adipose, is a big portion of your middle period. It's a big portion of your middle period. The middle drags usually, and people get a little discouraged. You have to get out there. You have to promote it. Hey there. Welcome to another case for the littlest umbrella, the second comic featuring the brand new adventures of that umbrella guy and littlest umbrella girl, or little umbrella girl. By the way, look at this cover. Hold on a second. This is a great cover, great colors here, but I love this. Let me back out. This is spooky and cool. Well drawn. Very well drawn. This looks like a photograph. And it's just done, it's just done with these kind of lines here. It's line work. But if you step away from it and it's so well colored, it actually looks like a creepy, like Alex Ross painting. And you have to, when you look at it close, you can see that it's just made up of, it's just a line drawing. But back away from it, and it does look so realistic. It's like almost photorealistic. Looks like Tug put one of his own daughter's drawings in the hands. That's a good way to let her do her own cover. I would back this cover right here. Another case for the littlest umbrella. God, that's so fucking cool, Tug. Good job. The artwork looks good. This looks like a real comic here. It just looks like a Marvel comic. Winterberry, home for the criminally insane New England. There are a lot of them up there. Panic. They can't be gone. The alarm didn't sound, and the building is secure. How is this possible? The governor will have my job for this. Administrator, the window. She didn't look. You didn't notice that? It just can't be. The bars are iron, and the room is at least 50 feet up. Something is very wrong here. There she is. Sarah, come back. We can help you. She doesn't want your help. Look at her. Her eyes were glowing. She claimed to be possessed from the moment she was brought here, but it can't be. Should I sound the alarm, call the police? No. Sarah said that a great storm was coming, that she could not be contained. What if it's all true? The police won't be able to help. Not now. We need specialists. We need umbrella. And here he is. 6 weeks later and 1,000 miles away, there's Tug's house. No mailbox. This concludes the strange case of Sarah Walker. I may never be able to fully explain what I saw in that creepy old town. It's a case that will haunt my dreams if I can ever get to sleep again, which is super cool, right? So let me tell you all about it. And he's got a card that says, "Hey there. Hey there." 6 weeks earlier. Yes, all very strange indeed, and exactly something we can help with. Yes, I understand. If what you say is true, then time is of the essence. Boy, I'll tell you, Umbrella Guy is a good, snappy dresser. This is awesome. We'll leave right away. Great news. We have a case. Finally. Okay, Happy Feet. When do we start? We already did. I'll tell you all about it on the way. It's a strange one, possibly the strangest yet. Well, except for the McBaron case, but we don't talk about the McBaron case. And look at that. That's their only unsolved case. Haha, good girl. Adventure then? Count on it. Yippee. Right now, right. Home first to pack, and then we have a plane to catch. These are great looking characters. I gotta say, I'm already into this book. Teddy bear blood. This is great. And then, yeah, this happens a lot when you're a dad. Ava does this to me constantly. Not the people's elbow, but like the knees usually. She'll get up on the bed and she'll jump and come down hard somewhere on my body with her knees when I'm asleep. Daddy! And, you know, I'm always afraid she's going to break my nose, and that would be embarrassing. It only takes 4 pounds of pressure to break a nose, from what I understand. Umbrella Guy. Ow! I remain undefeated. Fantastic. This book looks so fun. It looks great. I want Tug to succeed with this one too. Whenever Tug puts out a comic book, it drives people crazy. People do not want him to do well. People don't want him to do well. And Tug kind of plays it off of it a little bit, like, you know, people, you know, I said a while ago, I said, hey, monetize your haters. I said, hitch these SJWs up to a plow and make money off of them. And the reason why I say that is because when you let them know that you are making money off of them, they tend to stop attacking you. They tend to stop haranguing you and bothering you because they think that, you know, look, if he keeps using me to make money, that's not exactly my objective. So if I shut up and leave him alone, maybe he'll go broke. It doesn't work. It doesn't usually end up, you know, being the case. But with Umbrella Guy, like, he literally does go out there and, you know, he kind of fights the good fight. And then he comes back and says, look at these a-holes. And then he ends up making money off of it. So he literally does hook SJWs up to a plow, and he makes money off of it. Eric S. says, imagine EBS on Hale Salad with a broken nose. Can you imagine? Oh, my God. See, I got to be careful. I'm always protecting my nose when I sleep. Tug's doing very well. He's sold out. Be the mayor, be the book innkeeper, or be the innkeeper, be the prison guard. Let me see if there are any more. Then original art pages. Man, that cover is for sale for $500. Be in the book Villagers. 3 copies, 9 books. This is a well put together campaign. This is very well put together. The book cover by S.K. Bennett is also very, very nice. But I gotta say, I do prefer this one. This is just a hot cover. I really, really like this. I love the colors. I love the angle of it. It's just a great drawing, and it's cute. It's cute and scary at the same time. Just well done. That's the cover that I would back. I probably will back that one today. No, I gotta back the featured everything plus a sketch. I always back at the highest level that I can, you know, without putting myself in the book. I don't want to be drawn into the book. I don't want to. I feel like I'm going to be drawn into every book anyway, in some way. So anyway, back another case for The Littlest Umbrella. I'll get Tug on here to talk about it at some point. You know, find out what he's thinking. But he successfully fulfilled his first book. I got my copies of it. So, you know, let's promote him and let's support him and allow him to do a second book and see if we can make his second book raise more money than his first book did. Lug's signature is on there too, says Kyung. Yeah, great art on this. Kyung, your art in the first one was fantastic. I don't know why you're not drawing the second one, but in a way, I'm glad it's in color. Apparently, the second one's going to be in color. Jason Boscom says, damn you, EVS. I just picked up the first and second issue of The Littlest Umbrella. Good, thank you. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate that. Oh, no, Fred Willard died. That's weird. I just saw him yesterday. That's weird when you, like, lose. Wait a second. Some people are saying, I miss Kyung Lee. Everyone misses Kyung Lee. But Kyung Lee is he's got his own book right now. He's got Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb 2 that he's promoting. I don't know why Kyung Lee doesn't want to come on my channel. You know, I assume it's because he's racist against Mormons. That's okay. I mean, you know, I'm accustomed to the bigotry, the anti-Mormon bigotry of the mainstream comic book industry. It also pervades Comicsgate. You know, me and Sweet Cass talk about it all the time. We're constantly bombarded with bigotry. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. No, I didn't see him. Seriously, I didn't do that. Is Mormon a race? Yes, I'm ethnically Mormon. You can tell I'm ethnically Mormon because I have blue eyes and blonde hair and very pale skin. It's ethnically Mormon. Kyung's like, hey, wait a second. Hold on. Who's Kyung? Hey, I used to live in Provo. I was born there. That's actually the city that I was born in. All right. So one last time, everyone. Thanks a million times. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for supporting CyberFrog 2 REKT Planet. I read as many of those messages as I could, but thank you so much. Appreciate you, and you know, let's keep pushing REKT Planet. Over here is CyberFrog Unforgettable Tales. Please support CyberFrog Unforgettable Tales as well. And if you haven't read CyberFrog Blood Honey yet, there is a link in the chat to take you to our eBay store, and you can get whatever you want there. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot. I will see you again tomorrow with another video, but I am going to start drawing now, and I'm never going to stop. Ever, ever, ever. I'm just going to draw late into the night. Have a great day.